Hey Dalton, how are you, buddy? Byron Embry here. Hey, I didn't get a chance to say hi the other day after watching you throw at Slammers in the PBR event. And I spoke to Mark Holzmer. He called me and asked me a couple questions about what I thought. And then I spoke to your dad later on that night. And there are some things that I wanted to highlight to you that clearly haven't been highlighted or really explained. And I think what I'm going to share with you has a chance to not only increase the command, but also the velocity. So let me go to work here. Let me show you what I found. Before we get into some of the areas that I think are really going to help you, we have to first get a handle and appreciate the elements and the attributes that you have that make you so effective. I think the first thing to understand, Dalton, is that you throw the ball really hard. And I'm not basing it off radar gun reading and velocity hard. I'm basing it off of arm speed. Okay, as you can see here, the ball comes out of your hand and it jumps on hitters in a hurry, and you can see that by the swings they're taking. The reason you're able to get the ball to come out of your hand that way is that you create a large degree of external rotation. As you can see here, great job getting to the inverted W, and as your arm rolls back into that good external rotation we were talking about, you get down through it, which causes you to propel the baseball at a high velocity down through the zone. In fact, in my opinion, your arm travels faster than the baseball is actually traveling. And the reason that's the case is the same reason that you're a little bit erratic at times. And that's because the route you took to get there has very little room for error. Let's talk about that. Let's look at some other power pitchers. Number one, Nolan Ryan. As you can look here and see one of the best pitchers of all time, coming down out of the glove, up and through the throwing lane. And look where he is right here. Look where the hand is. Now from here, he's going to go up and back through the throwing lane. Here's another good example of Roger Clemens. Big physical, down, back and up through. As you can see, coming out of the glove, it's down. It's now straight back and right through his target this way. In doing so, here you got Kerry Wood. Another good example, these big power guys, as they take the ball out of the glove, they're not going to go behind the back. The elbow's going to stay somewhat flexed as he gets through the throwing lane at extremely high velocity. Here's another one of my kids, Nick Green, New York Yankee prospect from Fountain, Fort Carson. Nick ran it up to 99 last year, and everybody talked about the arm action in which he was able to use to be able to do it. Caleb Sloan, as you know, Regis Sr., ran it up to 96 last summer. Easy arm action, short in the back. And here's one of my favorites, Kamar Rocker, out of your class, 94-95 with supreme ease due to his very clean arm action with no hiccups in the back. But one of the best I've seen is Ben Peterson from Broomfield. Look how clean this is. Very short in the back, up through the throwing lane with no hitches or wraparounds in the backside of the throw. I think it's important to remember that anytime you're throwing an object in a straight line to a small area, the shorter you are, the better you are. Whether you're throwing a dart, whether you're putting a golf ball, or whether you're trying to swing a bat and hit a ball, everything has to remain short because the target is so small. What we want to do, Dalton, is we want to get you here without having to go to here. Because going from here to here is about a 16 to 18 inch movement. That's just far too long to be consistent, to be on time to our release point. But being shorter out of the glove and getting you to where we want you to be is only a 6 to 8 inch movement pattern. And if we get you to do that alone, you're going to see, in my opinion, an increase of velocity, an increase of command, and a large amount of sheer dominance that your body already and your ability want to produce.